Hello. So this is the second in the series of Hilgo Velomobile and deliberative democracy. If you want to get sort of an overall view of how they tie together, you have to go back to the first video. But anyways, this video I'm going to mainly be talking about the wrap on here, the wrap job, and yeah, it does tie in a bit to quite a lot to deliberative democracy, so sit tight for that. Okay, why a wrap? What are the pros and cons? The main con, the only con I can think of, is that it adds a little bit of weight to the Velomobile, and I think it's only 2 pounds or something like that, but 2 pounds if you know, it's significant. Every what's the old saying, take care of the ounces and the pounds will take care of themselves. But it does have advantages, particularly for this one. Underneath the wrap, it's orange on top and white on the bottom. So what I needed is, because this thing, it's a sweat box in the summer. If it's a warm day out and you're cycling strenuously, you're just drenched in sweat. So you want as much reflective surface on, particularly on top, as you can. So that's one of the main reasons I went for doing a wrap on here. Second is just visibility. The combination of black and yellow is the most easy to see from a distance for when you're in traffic. Bumblebees knew this millions of years ago, and science has proven it that yellow and black is the color combination which is most easily visible from a distance. So safety and comfort, those are the two reasons I got this wrap done. Why stamps? Well, I've been collecting stamps since I was a little kid back in the 60s. My aunt, who was a postmistress in a little village in England, got me started on that. And so I've got my favorites. But this set here, it's from 1967, the centennial year, and it's all a group of 7 painters, or I think mainly a group of 7 painters, but like Lauren Harris, Tom Thompson, A.Y. Jackson, there's a few others here. H.G. Glide, I don't know if he's a group of 7 or not, but yeah, so that's why I got that. And you know, if I'm gonna cycle halfway across Canada, that's a good theme. So and I just love the artwork on this. If you can imagine that this was scanned from a little stamp, an 1.5 inches across. It's just quite remarkable, the artwork you get on stamps. Anyways, the other bit of notable feature on here is on top I've got another stamp and then a bit of Latin. I don't know if you can be able to see it here. Stamp there from the US, and this Latin, Audi Alterum Partem. So the American stamp is from the 1930s. It's the National Recovery Administration, and if you ever watched the old series The Waltons, and anytime they're by a storefront, there'd be a silhouette of an eagle in there, and NRA for the National Recovery Administration. It was something where different sectors of society had to pull together, and that's a lot of what deliberative democracy is all about. Society pulling together instead of being split apart by various forces. And the Latin saying on there, audi alteram partem, I'd never heard of it before, but Aaron O'Toole, in his going away speech, when he got, I guess, booted out from the leadership of the Conservative Party, and I apologize to people from the States or Europe who never heard of Aaron O'Toole, but he mentioned that, and the Latin audi alteram partem, in English it means listen to the other side, which, you know, these days there's a lot of people who don't like listening to the other side, but that's the only thing that's going to get us through, is if we actually sit down and listen to the other side instead of just shouting and trying to get brownie points. It ties in with something I learned back in university many years ago. If I could distill 10 years of university I took into one sentence, it would be an old Irish proverb. And the proverb goes like this: the smartest person in the world is that person who knows where the shoe pinches on their own foot. And so we have to listen to the other side, because quite often they might know more about a particular subject than we do. And it just the result is better decision making. And our political process right now is just not geared up for that. So that's why deliberative democracy, citizens' assemblies, and deliberative polling, and civic journalism, that's another topic I'll get into at some point. That's why all this stuff is important, because it facilitates dialogue. Let's see here. And that old Irish proverb too, it ties into economics. And because there's another phrase I learned back in university, the distributive nature of knowledge. Anyways, Friedrich Hayek, who's a darling of the libertarians, but he's very knowledgeable about what makes capitalism function. And capitalism, it's kind of like what Churchill said about democracy. You know, it's pretty crappy, but it's the best of all. You know, compared to all the other options we've got, it's the best. And so the old Irish saying, the smartest person in the world is that person who knows where the shoe pinches on their own foot, ties into that distributive or fragmentary nature of knowledge. That's it, the fragmentary nature of knowledge. There is no single entity that knows everything. George Orwell might have written about Big Brother in his book 1984, but we know that societies that try to function this way are tremendously inefficient. So that's why, you know, the capitalist system, which is what the developed world generally uses, except for a few glaring examples. And I'll get, of course, there's capitalism has these glaring faults also. Like there's the three main ones are marketplace externalities, public goods, and common property resource dilemmas. I won't get into that stuff now, but or maybe I never will. But yeah, I do talk about it on my website. So especially the I've got a poem on the website. So it's that. Go have a look on there. It's pretty well explained on there. I won't bother you on that. I think that's about it for now. Yeah, I can't think of. I've covered mainly what I wanted to say. So thanks for hanging in, and I should be able to get another video up. I don't know, at some point.